like to devour all things TWD. They're a little hellish. You're gonna relish them. Relish the deal. Oh yeah. Get your axe, shoot your best, get your crossbow. It's Carol, Eliza, Barb, and Don. We gotta tune in before they tear us apart. They got a way right through to your heart. You gotta cherish them, or you're gonna relish them.
Good evening. Welcome to the Relish and Dead podcast, where we devour everything in the TWD universe. I'm Dawn.
I'm Barb.
I believe.
In the dark.
And I'm Carol.
That's okay, Elise. This is a perfect episode to be in the dark.
So we're doing season 3, episode 3, and I got my 2016 Daryl Dixon calendar.
Oh, look at
and it actually has Carol in it. I'm so excited because the last time it was all Daryl. So.
Nice.
So what did everybody think?
Wait, let me get that wall
That
closer
sounded
to my
like
head.
a hot air balloon.
Let me get that wall closer to my head. If I've already told you how upsetting I am with this season or any of them, my opinion is I've been probably the worst one saying that I'm banging my head up against the wall. And when I say this was the worst one ever, I don't know how much worse we can get than that. My head went through the wall.
I don't think it's the worst one ever because I didn't like season 1 as much.
Yeah.
But I feel like it was just dragging, but I did enjoy like the little Jaws thing that they did.
Thank you. I thought we were gonna have like a zombie shark come up.
Yes, I love that. But I thought it was weird because Daryl ran out of bullets, but all of a sudden he had bullets again in the gun.
Okay.
But I did enjoy the PPP, if everybody saw that on the statue to leave the Rubik's Cube. And the little tidbit with Carol, if she was referencing Rick's brother. I don't know if she was or somebody else, but yeah.
So did you guys see the bad CGI, or was it my TV glitching or something when they were down at the boatyard and the walkers started coming out of like the boat and the walls and stuff? Did they not look kind of wanky? It might have been my TV.
It looked kind of what?
Wanky.
Wanky.
Kind of like they were like fade in, fade out almost. I don't know if it may have been my TV messed up.
Might have been your TV.
I wasn't drinking.
Okay. Well, my other complaint is, and I want to hear from you ladies, is what's with fucking Daryl's attitude?
I love it. He wants to get
I know,
home.
but why? It's like he's so angry, and I've never seen him like that.
I think he's wanting to get home because he wants to see Laurent.
I think that Daryl is the same as how Barb is. He's tired of the bullshit community.
Yeah. But do you agree that his attitude's changed a lot?
I think he's hurt from Isabel dying, and I think he's carrying that with him, and he's like, there's absolutely nothing here for me. Let's just go.
Yeah.
It's like when he pulled the gun on that couple. It was like, whoa.
Yeah, I think it's completely, he's still carrying that hurt and pain of Isabel. And so you think about like how Carol was so angry and hurt when the kid's dying. I think we're seeing that side of him. Plus, we're starting to have these flashbacks of his life. We had another one. So
he's had a lot of loss in his life, and he's never had that type of depth of an attitude.
Right.
I don't know.
I think it's just like she said, like Eliza said, they're searching his background, and I think where he's been away from home for so long, like that changes you too. You get homesick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
But you see it too, though. That's my point, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I love it. I like this. Let's go. That's what I've been saying since season 1. Let's get home.
Yeah, that attitude will bring him home for sure. But it was just like, wow. Okay. What the fuck?
The fun character, though, was the lady at the lighthouse.
I loved her.
I know.
The little freak that she was. Are you kidding me?
she, like they said on the after show, they wanted somebody that was a very liberated, independent woman, very strong. And I just love the look on that one guy's face, Julian's face, when she kissed both of those guys. He was like, "What?"
Yeah, I liked her character. I think that Daryl's attitude. First off, he's trying to shush Carol in the last episode,
Yeah.
and he's trying to keep her focused on going home. You know, Carol is all about whatever it is that's going on with these two little Romeo and Juliet lovers.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, he's just trying to keep her focused on what the end prize is, and that is to go home.
He kept saying hot dogs, hot dogs.
Hot dogs. Yeah. And it's like, and Carol's getting sidetracked with all this other bullshit. And he's just done. He's ready. He's like, come on, let's do this. Let's go.
So why do you think that is? Go ahead.
I think that's why he wants to see Laurent. That's why you saw that Rubik's Cube. That's who he's thinking of. That's where he wants to go.
And why do you think Carol's acting like that then?
I think Melissa nailed it when she was talking about it in the after show, is that wall that had encased Carol for so long is down. And now she's seeing everything a little bit differently, So I think that's why we're seeing a different side of Carol even. It's a lighter side. It's a more involved with other people for other people's purpose, and it's not a Carol focus.
I think she's like, oh, I'm enjoying being here. Let's see the sights.
Exactly.
No, keep your eye on the prize.
Hot dog.
She is finally understanding that she needs to enjoy the moment that she's in, where she hasn't ever been able to do that. She wasn't able to do that with Ed. She wasn't able to do that with Sophia because she was a mom and she was focused on keeping her child alive. And then when she lost Sophia, she lost that ability to be able to embrace the joy that she finds in everyday life. And she's finally been released from that. And she's finally being able to enjoy, and stop and smell the roses kind of thing.
Right.
And Daryl's like, fuck this. Let's go home. I want to go home.
And I also think they don't have the pressure of the walkers constantly. They're having to move, like, hurry, hurry, hurry. There's danger, danger, danger. I got to move. They can sit and breathe a minute and relax. Because you got to think the whole Walking Dead was constantly had to be moving.
Right.
Yeah.
There's something going on.
And Pam's right. She is a domestic violence victim, and she knows that these women are not being treated right. And so she is focusing on that. She's hyper focusing on the fact that these young girls are being offered up. She doesn't know why they're being offered up. She doesn't know what their end game is. She doesn't know what is happening to these girls. And she wants to help them. She wants to save them. And she doesn't think that it's right of what is going on with La Ofrenda,
Yeah.
And my last question that I had, I have two more questions, but I'll ask this one now that I want to know what you guys feel on her possibly new love interest.
Oh.
Carol's all quiet.
Carol, you muted yourself.
Carol, you're muted.
I did. I'm sorry. I'm a Carol and Ezekiel fan. I want Carol to be back with Ezekiel so fucking
Well,
bad.
we know that, but this new guy, I don't know if it's a good pairing for me.
No.
I think he'll end up dying, so it's not going to matter.
Because we know how Carol is with kids or with whatever. She's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder, something in me wonders if Julian, because Julian went back to the water, right? He went back to get that thingy bopper, the rudder.
The rudder.
I'm wondering if he got bit.
He didn't act like it when they were in the truck or whatever.
You never know with the way Walking Dead is. You never
Neither
know.
did Bob.
But I don't think so. I think he may be more interested in Carol than Carol is in him.
I think
I see
Carol,
a sacrifice.
I
I
think
see,
Carol,
like,
yeah, I agree.
A sacrifice.
Mhm.
I think something like, I think this what's his name, Julian. I think he's going to end up maybe going with Carol and Daryl, but his father's going to end up dying for him to be able to go.
I can see that. Yeah. Yeah. Does anybody think that they're thinking of sacrifice? Does anybody think that they're sacrificing the girls, or do you think it's like a really like a human trafficking situation?
I think it's just like a human trafficking situation because that one girl's still alive.
True. Yeah, true. That Ilana or whatever her name was. Yeah.
I
I'm
I personally didn't think too much past it because I didn't care where the hell they went. I just that's like I'm being honest.
Oh, we gotta get their showrunner on here so Barb can go, what the fuck are y'all talking about?
And the same thing goes like, and I know everybody needs a leader and stuff, but the way people act when someone else is in charge, and I don't know the guy's name, but the one where his niece is the one that sacrificed him. He was standing there with his arms behind his back. Yes, sir. I just don't get that in the apocalypse.
Yeah. I think, and it's horrible to say, but I'm hoping that they are sacrificing these girls to walkers because human trafficking, I don't know that I can get behind that whole storyline. That would be horrific.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like the bear kind of situation where would we rather have be attacked by a bear? Would we choose the bear or the man? I don't think that I would want to see human trafficking kind of thing. I don't know.
Oh, so you're thinking maybe they're sacrificing him to the walkers, kind of like, do we know anybody that's done that? Have we got a group that's done that? I mean, that one group in Dead City but they waited for him to die. You know, they would take their heart and then turn them into the pasture, so to speak.
No. It's
Well,
just
T-Dog did it, but he was already bit.
Yeah.
Right.
But didn't they kind of do that at Woodbury with the governor fighting,
Yeah.
putting them in there to fight against their will to live?
Yeah. Maybe. It does that for Freda or whatever his name is. Does he not remind you of Daniel Day-Lewis? He reminds me of Daniel Day-Lewis from Gangs when he played in Gangs of New York. There's just something about him. He reminds me of Daniel Day-Lewis.
Betty, I think is his name. The character's name is Betty.
Hi, Santi.
Santi, hiya. Yeah, I'm still depressed, buddy, but I love you anyway.
All right, Barb, what's your other question? I like Barb's questions tonight.
Yeah. What was your other question?
That was about the leader.
Hmm.
The way people act and let someone else be in charge when it's the apocalypse and there's no rules. Who the fuck said you can make the rule? You know?
Yeah, I see him going down very quickly. I don't see him.
I mean, I know we had that with all of the leaders, Negan and the governor and all that stuff, but I just don't get it because that one was just more like he was terrified and he looked like a leader himself, you know, which he was, but I don't know. It just drives me crazy.
It makes you wonder why he can't defend his own little area. Like he has enough people. Like why does he need them?
Right. Exactly.
But it's kind of a whole organized crime kind of thing where you've got one guy, you've got a Don whatever in charge of everybody and claiming that he's protecting these communities. And really the only thing he's protecting these communities from are his own people.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
And he's really not doing that because they're taking what they want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
And to answer yours, Eliza, I'm sure when we go through the rest of the episodes that I'll have more questions.
I thought it was really sad that, you know, Justina found that little hidden drawer and how many years or how many times that they've done that little pig race has he gotten the collar and called a different girl's name, right?
Yeah.
Obviously he's been keeping those ribbons and she's gone up on the chopping block several times.
And I was wondering if he even put her ribbon on a pig.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because every time that they do this, every time they have the La Ofrenda, they create a new ribbon.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if he just swapped them out for something else so that her name wasn't even on said pig,
That's a possibility too.
you know.
Yeah.
And then it was really weird because they build up to that whole scenario of her being protected and not even being in the La Ofrenda. And then she sacrifices herself at the end of the show and, you know, offers to go in what's her face's
Alba.
place,
Yeah.
Alba's place. And yet he's just like, he's up there, you know, and just very stoic and
God be with you.
accepting of it. And it's like, well, we know that the tension is there. We felt the tension. But why did we not see any type of conflict between the two of them
Yeah.
about
Like
her wanting to
the-
go, him not wanting her to go, that kind of thing?
Yeah, and I'm really kind of surprised that she did that because she was so, Twitter pated with Julian that she just, left Julian.
Yes, like you threw a fit because Carol and Daryl brought you back and you wanted to leave and now you left. All they did was just drag it out. So they have to go save them to come back to leave. That's all that is.
We're gonna be there a while, Barb.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately.
Ah.
And this is that if they've been doing that since the apocalypse, wouldn't they run out of girls eventually? There aren't a lot of babies being born. I agree.
Yeah. So
Where
it's
are
like,
they getting all these babies? Where are they getting all these girls, these young girls?
We're finding other communities and dragging them in.
Yeah, but the apocalypse is what, 12, 13 years in? So these has been girls been born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't know.
teenage
Yeah.
baby.
I
Yeah.
don't understand it. It's really kind of confusing. And I most of the time in the last few seasons and the last few episodes, I have been like, this is great. This has got, you know, this and this and this positive thing about it. But I just didn't have that in this episode.
I mean,
I-
I feel like Dead City has more of a, I don't know, more of a Walking Dead feel to it than this one does. Even,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the remoteness of everything, or if it's the fact that you have some tension, you have drama, you've got, I don't know. There's something about Dead City just for TWD that
Do you think, Lisa, it's because Dead City is in America and it's more like, it's more threatening. When you go overseas, there's hardly any threat of the walkers. They're all kind of contained. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe we're so used to, like you said earlier, having to move, having to go, fighting. And here, they walk for days and days and days and they don't see anybody dead or alive,
Yeah.
Now, if somebody watched this, like we were talking about this couple of spin-offs ago or seasons, that if somebody just turned this on and just started watching it from the beginning and didn't know the backstory, it would be pretty decent.
Mhm.
But we know what we want, and that's the problem.
I think now, me personally, I love the cinematography and Daryl Dixon. I think the locations are phenomenal. I think it's beautiful and it's beautifully filmed. I love,
That's all it is.
but that's the draw is the locations
Mm-hmm.
for sure, and the fact that it's Daryl and Carol. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But I think that right now we want so badly for them to just stop fucking around and get home.
Yeah, and especially after we saw the interview with Andrew Lincoln,
Mm-hmm.
especially after Carol dropped that little nugget of, oh, I had a friend back home who had a brother that lived in Barcelona. Okay, wait, now will y'all be pissed off if we meet Jeffrey, but it's actually Andrew Lincoln playing Jeffrey?
Yes.
Good on you.
It didn't say he had a twin. It
That's-
said he had a brother.
They cannot bring Andrew Lincoln back in as Jeffrey Grimes.
I have been wanting Jeffrey Grimes since the beginning. And when Carol started talking about a friend that was in Barcelona, I lost my shit. It was about there's two parts in this episode that made me get very, very excited.
Yeah.
Carol referencing someone in Barcelona and the Saint James or whoever it is, the statue
with the PPP.
With the PPP. Those were the two things that got me excited. Otherwise, I was just like Barb has been forever and a day where I just wanted to literally bang my head up against a wall.
Well, I have to admit, I missed the PPP. So is that going to mean that that's where Heath is, and we're going to find Heath with Daryl Dixon?
What the hell does PPP stand for? I mean, I can come up with a few acronyms in my head real quick, but they would be naughty.
Or are they just like putting it in as an Easter egg so we can go, oh, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they do anything without a reason.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
Okay.
I thought they didn't do the video without a reason, and we still haven't.
Yeah. If anything has taught me, if anything Barb has taught me by looking at the background stuff, is that there's stuff in there that is either a reference to some other show or it is a reference to something that is going to come to fruition later on.
Yeah.
And like you said, the Easter eggs are great. Like that, just when you said that, Dawn, it reminded me of a scene in Dead City where Negan was looking out the window, and in the other building, he saw that walker, and it was dressed and everything like Michonne. Nothing came of it.
Right.
But I believe that Easter egg is just there. I don't think anything's going to come of it, honestly.
Right, because I feel like it's just to say, oh, I feel like they just put it there for us to go, oh, PPP. Because I feel like that video in World Beyond still bothers me to this day that nobody found it.
Yeah.
What was the purpose of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
Nobody's
bring
seen
Jenner
it.
back to do it?
Yeah, nobody's seen it.
There were so many opportunities in the first season. You know, I think we all thought that, you know, that first building that he walked into, when it looked just like that lab, and I thought, oh, that's the place, you know. Yeah, or something on the recorder, but there was just nothing. It's kind of like the left hand's not talking to the right hand, and they need to hire Dawn and Barb to go rewrite the scripts and make it more fluid and you know, give a little continuity.
I guarantee you they'd like our version better, Barb.
Yeah, I agree with Pam. Pam said, go get Jeffrey, then he'll help them get home. Hell yeah, go get Jeffrey. Do it.
Okay, did you guys go to IMDb and look at the episodes and look at the cast to see if there was any future episodes that, you know, direct? Yeah, I did too. There ain't nobody listed as Jeffrey. I've already done that. I went to see if there's a Jeffrey. Is there a Jeffrey listed somewhere?
Who do we know that has auditioned for Rick Grimes? Who auditioned for Rick Grimes?
Thomas Jane.
Thomas Jane. Okay, so Thomas Jane. I'm going to say it right now. I am 100% on board for Thomas Jane and Jeffrey Grimes.
Yeah.
And Barnthal.
I've said it before. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be good. That would be a hell of a twist, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be very, very good. And I think we've touched on that before for sure.
I'm calling Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon would be a fantastic Jeffrey Grimes. Are you kidding me? Yeah. I think he'd be wonderful.
It would have been funny if Stephen Merchant had been Jeffrey.
Fucking Stephen Merchant. I tell you what, I was so I'm not even going to go there. I was so disappointed. That really hurt my heart. One fucking episode, and I got him for like 10 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So we need to start looking up Thomas Jane to see what he's doing right now.
Right.
Well, Carol is just like my Logan. He was gone.
I know. But the thing is that with Logan, you didn't know he was coming on. So when you got him and he was a little hottie and he was cute and blah, 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 and we love him. But I knew Stephen Merchant had been cast for Daryl Dixon, and I was super, super excited about that. And then come to find out that he could only do one episode.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was devastated because I just loved him. fantastic. And Eliza, we need to loop back to try and get him back on the show.
Mhm.
I'll follow.
For sure. I'm just saying.
Just saying.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
Yep.
So Sandy said, I'm on board for anything Thomas Jane. I know, he's so cute. I love him.
He's got connections to Frank Darabont. He's got connections to Greg Nicotero and Carol, or
Mhm.
Melissa, and Jeffrey DeMunn. So, all those people in the mist
Yeah.
are
Mhm.
TBD.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I agree.
All right. We're going to get Dawn and Barb Jobs writing script.
Yes. We're gonna get
Dawn
them
will
on.
write most of it. I'll just tell her where the points are, where I'm not going to put my head through a wall.
I don't know. I'm getting frustrated. And I don't want to get frustrated over my favorite show. Because you know how like X-Files, I loved it and it went on forever. And then toward the end, it was just like the stories were trash, And
Yeah.
I don't want that to happen. Like they need to go, like you said, and do like backstories of walkers, backstories of characters that even aren't big characters. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
We all would be more interested in that to hold on to our show to bring us more connected to the other characters.
Yeah. Or if they don't want to continue, then like you've always said, bring them together for one final extended limited series.
Mm-hmm.
End it on a high note. Don't let it, like you said with X-Files, get to where it's kind of like, oh my God, this is stupid,
Yeah.
I heard somebody on NPR the other day recommending, was it Black Summer?
Uh-huh.
Saying that it was better than Walking Dead ever hoped it could be. And I'm like,
No, I've watched it and it's not. It's
It
good,
is
but
not.
it's not.
it's
Yeah.
not. I'm sorry, it's not.
No. I've
It's-
watched Black Summer and it is nowhere near as good.
No.
It doesn't have the character strength. It doesn't have the story strength.
Mm-mm.
But you know what? We're in an era now in television that shows don't last this long anymore. Like it's on Netflix and there's like 6 episodes or 10 episodes, or they don't renew it, and
Yeah.
that's all we're getting now.
Yeah. They don't need to let it get to where the fans are like, I'm not watching this anymore. Either like you said, create really great backstories and tales, or bring them together and end it on a high note. Go out, on the
100%. 100%. Give us a season 12.
Mm-hmm.
Make it a limited season. I don't care. Give us 6 episodes, whatever, but bring everybody fucking home.
I mean, Pamela Milton is still sitting in jail. Like, what's going on?
And Heath is still missing.
Yeah.
And like, there's a connection, but they got rid of Lance. They were getting their supplies from somewhere. We know, maybe CRM, maybe not.
Yep.
And what happened to Winnie?
And what
Ran off from the RV. What happened? I'd like to know what I would like. It was a kid. So even if that's a backstory. That's an interesting one.
Well, look at what they did with all the kids on Fear the Walking Dead. I mean, they're just gone.
we don't know where the fuck they ended up. And what about the what was her name? The chica with the 2 girls that met Maggie and gave her the book. What's her name?
Georgie.
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 Where the fuck is Georgie?
Who fucking
George-
cares? Sorry, Carol. Sorry.
Barb's just like, I'm over it. I'm over it. Just give me raw smack and
Right,
Cali.
Vanessa, that's what I'm saying. Where'd the train go besides the Commonwealth? That's what I'm
Right. There's so many questions. It's kind of like getting to the point where we were with From. It's like we have more questions than answers. You know?
Okay, so we really have to get Angela King or Scott on the show and go,
But Scott won't answer nothing.
Scott won't give a shit. He
Well,
will
maybe-
not give a shit.
maybe we need Kirkman.
Oh man. I mean, I'm telling you, there's so much going on, and I know that they've heard us. Yeah, and Pam is right. Althea and her girlfriend are out there too. We don't know,
Yeah.
There's just so much going on, and I mean, we really, as a fan base, we deserve to have them all come back home.
Oh, Dawn, you could write this. So Daryl and Carol are fighting their way back home, and they accidentally come across all those kids from World Beyond.
Mm-hmm.
They take
Well, I
them into
want to
their.
know what happened to them.
That's what I'm saying. They'll come across you need to write it where they're on their journey back home, and they go and they find what's her name,
Well, I had
Hope,
that.
and
I was hoping that Madison and Rick would meet.
yeah.
That was my big thing. I wanted Madison and Rick to like meet.
Well, they're on their way back to what, California, Los Angeles, or something.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that route back home, maybe they're gonna start picking up all those people and then find Heath along the way.
Because Morgan's out looking for Rick.
Yep.
We know that Sherry and Dwight's on their way to find Negan.
Yeah.
So we know that Sherry and Dwight and Morgan, although they may not be together, they're all headed back
Mm-hmm.
to the same area.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get them back.
And we
And
know that somebody was back. We don't know who. You know, and
Yeah.
I'm sure it was, Rick landed his helicopter. But I don't know.
Yeah, we have no idea. And then, someone, Nissa said someone from the CRM left a PPP card in Spain. How did that get there? Well, I think that has to do with, what's her name? Janae?
Yeah.
I think that that's all connected, and it's connected with Lance, and it's all just a whole network. There's not that many people left in this world.
Right.
So we know that they've got to have, at this point, some sort of, they have to cross paths somehow.
Yeah.
So,
and we know that the people up in Maine or wherever they were supplying Janae with, subjects.
right.
So we know that. And, then we've got the CRM.
Yeah.
So there is that intra connection there, I believe, with CRM and Janae's group. But I'm like, yeah.
And then Bill's son is still alive.
Oh, true. Hey, what if that guy that we saw at the end of World Beyond that, ran up and shot that scientist? What if that was Jeffrey?
Oh.
What
Jeff-
If that was Jeffrey that ran up and shot the scientist, in the back of the head?
Mhm.
I said, what if that was Jeffrey?
So how cool would it be that Jeffrey is running kind of like a anti PPP, whatever it is, kind of group, like rebels, like a rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
And Daryl and Carol connect with Jeffrey, and that's how they get home.
Yeah.
And Jeffrey finds out that his, but they wouldn't know Jeffrey unless Carol was around when Rick came back.
Well, we wouldn't know, but I'm going to ask Kari. He comes on the
Not
podcast.
the fucking kids on the mountain, the whole Sound of Music thing, right, Don? Yeah, and Anissa says, and Cadrone is still running around in that channel. I mean, where is he? Where is Cadrone?
Oh, so I just did a Google, and I don't know if we've seen this or not, PPP and Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
At eventually 3 key locations: Philadelphia, Portland, and Paris.
Okay, well, we know the kids were going to Portland.
Mm-hmm. And Daryl went to Paris.
And Daryl went to Paris.
But they're all important CRM operations. Janae.
Right.
Yeah. So maybe that's it.
Yeah. Interesting.
I think the biggest question is, where's Heath?
Right. Where the fuck is Heath? Where'd he go?
Reclamation.
They hint at him every time they do the PPP thing. They hint at Heath every time.
A PPP refers to a pilot production program within the Civilian Republic Military CRM. Pilot production program. What the hell does that mean? I don't know. There's all those, it's all theory, but
Yeah.
But Philadelphia, Portland, and Paris would make very good sense in connection with, CRM.
Right.
Mhm.
But how the hell did a PPP card end up?
Spain.
Well, no, down where Tara and Heath were.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
where the original card was found, was with
Yeah.
Tara
Yeah.
and Heath on the bridge.
Yeah. And what's her doodle? Speaking of prison, they've got Julia Armand in prison in CRM.
Yep. They
Right.
do. Mhm.
He might have got blowed up when, Michonne was able to take down the entire CRM military by
By
herself.
herself.
She's a bad, bad girl.
Whatever.
Whatever.
I saw a post today about Michonne and Rick's relationship.
Oh, Lord.
And look, they were talking about how, that Michonne and Rick were destined to be together, and how she's the one who can calm him and make him change his mind about decisions and blah blah blah. And I'm like,
Girl, where you at?
whatever. They were trying to say that it was canon, and I'm like, it ain't canon. I said Andrea and Rick are canon.
Yeah. Well, hell, even
Don't
Jesse.
even try me. Don't even try me.
No. I'm like, I think they would have been a good match. I think they are a good match off of each other's energies and experience, and I think they push each other. So I see it more as a relationship, as a working relationship, more so than as
A
a
romantic relationship. Yeah.
relationship. And I agree with what you guys have always said. If they had allowed us to have more of a development of their characters besides just jumping in the sack,
Mhm.
showing that development of their relationship, their friendship or whatever.
Well, we saw the development of their friendship. We saw the development of their trust.
Yeah.
And that was fine. And we saw the development of her caring about his kids and all of that. So we got that. But there was never a development of a relationship.
If that's the case, Carol and Daryl would have been together.
Exactly. And don't even get me started about shipping Carol and Daryl, because I think that's the most ridiculous thing ever.
Yeah.
But it would be proper. I mean, I know you got the brother sister vibe, but that's more proper than
I just
Rick
feel
and
like
Michonne.
she was the only female left that they could put him with, and
Yeah.
that's what we got.
I agree. I think that it was a stretch because they killed Andrea off.
And Jesse.
And Jesse. And so they didn't have another option for a strong female.
Yeah.
They could have brought somebody in.
They could have very easily, absolutely, to take the place of
Cher. They could have brought Cher in.
Cher. I mean,
I got into a little bit
like
of a.
what do you think, Bart?
I had a kind of a discussion argument call out with somebody at the camp because they were like, "Well, y'all just don't like that Michonne is with Rick because she's a black woman." I went, "No, that's got nothing to do with it."
And
I
that's
hate when people, I'm sorry, I hate when people throw that card up because that's not
because it's it has nothing to do with that. It's the fact that
No,
to me they are best friends. Like I said, they can push each other, they play off of each other very well. They just didn't give it the time to develop into some kind of a lingering at each other across the room. They went to the fair, they fell through the ceiling, they had sex. It's kind of what happened.
right.
There wasn't that kind of a build of a romance. I
Mhm.
think they are a very good pair together, energy wise, but I just don't think that they are the romantic energy that they need.
They're two alphas. They don't go.
Right.
Very
Two
much so.
alphas don't go.
I think it is very much because we've said it before, and it's not the fact that Dawn and I are sister wives and we're very protective of our man. It might have something to do with that. I don't know. Anyway, the thing is that it's very much like a Daryl and Carol situation where you recognize that they are two very strong characters. There is a true respect between the two of them. And they know what it takes to get shit done.
Yeah.
And they care about the extended families and stuff like that. And I think that that is how Rick and Michonne are. You cannot, I cannot see any type of sexual chemistry between the two of them. I saw sexual chemistry between him and Jesse.
Yeah.
I did, because he very, very easily looked at her longingly.
Yes.
I've never seen him look at Michonne longingly, even when he was fucking her after she found him in The Ones Who Live.
It was forced. It was forced. I don't care what anybody says. They can be mad. It was forced.
They can be mad, and I just don't feel it. And that's my personal opinion. You guys can be mad at me for whatever if you want to, but that's my personal opinion.
I wasn't one that was so big like you guys are, and like, you know, I hated it. But the one thing I didn't like is the way Michonne's conversations with Rick would change to like a little girl, for instance.
Yes,
when they were in the carnival, she's like, well, you can do it. You'd be really good at it. Like, where did that voice come from?
no,
that's not her. That's the only thing I disliked. But I mean, I'm on board with that. But
cringy. It was cringy. Now, and speaking of chemistry with relationships, I really, really wished that we had gotten a Aaron and Jesus relationship, because there was chemistry between Jesus and Aaron.
Yeah.
That was in the comics too. So.
It was in the comics, but those two had, the actors, Ross and Tom, both of them together had this beautiful chemistry between the two of them.
If Tom wanted to stay on longer, that might have happened, but it was Tom's choice. So
and I understand that, and I respect it, you know. But personally, I think that Tom and Ross had a beautiful chemistry together. Just like I thought that Melissa and Kari had a beautiful chemistry together.
Yeah.
You know, I love Ezekiel and Carol together. I think that is such a beautiful combination between the two of them.
And Negan and Papa. Black Sox.
No.
Or Negan and Maggie. That's got
We're going to talk about chemistry. Let's talk about Negan and Maggie for a second.
Maggie's chemistry. Yeah. Y'all know if that happens and they come back together, hold hands, Lord Jesus, and we're going to have a fall apart in Alexandria.
I was like, no, it's not.
I got my wand.
I don't think it'll happen.
I can just see them getting off of a helicopter, and Maggie's carrying a baby, and here's Negan, and
he's got a wife and a kid.
He does have a wife and a kid, and he's very, very much in love with his wife and kid and cares about them extremely. But I would love to see some hate bang.
It is the apocalypse. Everybody's got a little frustration.
Right.
I wonder why Negan and Lucille never had a child.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, because he was too busy acting like a child.
He was too busy fucking around on her, is what it was.
Yeah.
She was playing video games and.
But when they were first together, you know, or married or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Well, didn't you see him? He was a little walker behind the fence.
Sandy said, I have not seen a decent chemistry between Carol and anyone to my standards. Kari came closest, but still waiting. I think Kari and Carol had a fantastic chemistry, and I loved Ezekiel and Carol together. I think it was probably one of my favorite pairings.
I like Carol and Ezekiel, but I also like Tobin. Tobin was sweet.
I was just getting ready to say, Dawn, is I like there was a little flirtatious chemistry.
Yeah, I thought he was sweet to her. Yeah.
You know who I would have liked to? I got my little hand.
Got your little hand.
I would have liked to have seen, and don't hate me for this, Carol and Axel.
Oh, that would have been different.
You know, Carol and Axel had an interesting chemistry.
Yes,
they
did.
For sure. Yes, they did. I do. I like that.
The next time we see you, you can ask him that question.
Well, they killed me off. I didn't have a chance.
Yeah. No,
it's like Vincent Ward said he wished, you know, when I asked him, who he would have liked to acted with, that he didn't act. Because I would have liked to actually had more time with Lou.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had a good chemistry as friends, So,
Mhm.
but I would have liked to have seen Carol and Axel. That was a cute thing on stirring up thing.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think that Carol and Axel were an interesting combination. They had a little chemistry, especially when they were on that bridge.
Yeah.
So,
Lord,
what happened?
did y'all hear that?
No, was that lightning? What was it? Thunder?
No, it was a tornado warning alert that went beep, beep.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, so let's talk about this Jaws moment for a second, shall we?
They were really swimming fast under that water, at least according to that view. I didn't know if it was going to be a Jaws or a alligator or what, but it was moving fast.
Mm-hmm.
I was waiting to hear those two notes.
I know.
Dun dun.
Doodle.
Dun dun. Yeah, there was something that was creepy underneath that water, and I was waiting for it to happen, and then we didn't get anything. We just got some creepy looking walkers with some, some.
We should ask Greg the next time we have him on if he had anything to do with that, knowing that the 50th anniversary.
I think they did. I think that's why they did it.
Yeah, yeah, I would agree.
Great.
And then, of course, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, the people that are in the audience. When Daryl goes back to put the Rubik's Cube on the statue, if you look closely, and I got this picture from Dawn, when you look closely, there is a thing that says PPP on there. So just a little Easter egg there. Anissa said,
Exactly. I was just saying, how did they not float up?
interesting how they can just exist underwater until they sense human presence. Yeah.
The same thing when they had the Rick and Aaron on the boat, and we saw the back. Well, we saw how it was made. They put a platform in the water,
Mm-hmm.
and they stand on that platform.
Right.
Float or sink? I'm sorry.
They should float. Bodies will eventually float. After a period of time, they will come back up to the water once they.
Yeah.
Once they start producing gases. Right, Dawn?
Yeah, they should already be floating. They shouldn't even be under the water. With all the gases.
Dawn with her forensic information. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like Dawn. I really think that was a nod to Jaws.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I was not a big fan of this episode. I was like Barb has been, where, waiting for those little nuggets. I got 2 little nuggets. I got
It was really cute when Janine said he learned about the USA from listening to Bruce Springsteen. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, that was cute. I did like the movie thing. I thought that was kind of cool. He was a fan of cinema, and he was watching old movies and stuff. And I thought that was an interesting little exchange between him and Carol.
And I think the mother show too.
But do you think that with that, did that kind of remind Carol of her time with Ezekiel and them when they were looking for the bulb for the movie?
Yep.
I don't know. That's just my personal thing, is kind of a reference for that.
That's
or wishful thinking. I don't know, because I want her and Ezekiel together so bad that, I don't know.
it could happen now that she's really kind of healed, really let go of her past. And, so I think if they ever make it home again, if we make it through December,
Well, like I said, I think I shipped, if they do make it home and Laurent's on his way there, I think Judith and him are going to get together. Or did I say Judith and Herschel?
I think you said Judith and Herschel. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Sandy said Carol just needs to hit something. Been a while. She needs to knock the dust off, kind of thing.
Exactly. That's so
I don't know.
Well, we got 3 episodes left, so
Is that
Oh.
all?
And where are they filming at right now? Are they still in Spain?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Okay, so we know we're not going home at the end of this episode.
No. No. We know that the next episode is probably when the big, huge war between, the communities is going to happen.
And just from looking at that preview, that reminded me of when the Whisperers attacked Hilltop with those fireballs coming over and the walkers. Yeah.
Right. Right.
Carol's going to be like, I've been here before.
been there, done that.
Yes.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah. What are we doing next week, girls?
Kari.
Yes, Kari, Peyton.
That's going to be so much fun. I already have like so many questions from other people that I've gathered. Because if you guys know anything about Kari not only has done The Walking Dead, but Kari he's all over the place. He's done animated TV shows, animated movies. He's done D&D. I mean, there's so much.
Dracula 2. Yeah.
Can we say a little Hellraiser?
Yeah.
Thank you. And in Hellraiser with Henry Cavill. Thank you very much. Yeah. So, I mean, Kari has done so much, and the questions are going to be phenomenal. I'm really excited to talk to Kari, especially about the D&D stuff, because he's really big into Critical Role and stuff like that. So that's going to be fun.
Guys, our Patreons, I put into the Patreon chat, you could buy for $10 a ticket to watch his film that is making the rounds at all of the film festivals about his mother's life, called Faith of the Dreamer. And in fact, I was really excited today. They shared our announcement for Kari on their webpage.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, so I was really excited about that. So yeah, that's going to be something that I think it becomes available tomorrow. So I'll watch it a couple of times because I know that's very near and dear to his heart. So we'll be sure to talk to him about that.
Is that what you shared in our chat? That screenshot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to watch it Thursday because I'm off. I have to do it tomorrow.
And then Dawn has all the questions about the kids, letting the kids just run amok.
Amok. Hocus pocus.
That's it.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to have Kari on here finally. And then he's going to be at the camp in October. He's going to be in Florida. So we'll have a chance to chit chat with him then too. So that'll be cool.
And we have a few more surprises up our sleeve before the end of October. So, and I've been a keyboard warrior today, so keep fingers and toes crossed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cross
We got to like cross all of them. And
all of them at the same time. So. All right. Well, my phone's just about dead, so I'm gonna say goodnight. And I love y'all. And maybe my power will come back on before it gets.
Are you home or are you in a hotel?
Oh, I'm at home sitting in the car.
No power. Yeah.
Okay.
Where's that generator at, Eliza? You're the apocalypse woman.
Well, I know. I'm lacking on that. So
She's so scary looking.
You should have did this by candlelight.
well, I had that.
You know you have Bath and Body Works candles.
Right.
I don't want to ruin those. Just they smell too pretty.
That's what they're for.
I need to get one of those St. Christopher tall ass candles so I can have it. You know?
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely. With JDM's picture on it.
they steal my heart.
You need to get that candle from Woodbury Shop that says it smells like JDM. They have a new one.
Uh-huh.
Oh, have mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder what it is. I know what he smells like, and it better smell just like that. First time I met him, he kissed me on my lips. I thought I was going to pee a little.
You thought? You probably did.
Yeah.
All right. I love y'all.
Love
Right.
you. Bye.
Bye.
I think I would pee if Andrew Lincoln kissed me on the lips. Look at Carol.
sorry. I'm sorry. What?
Can you see us? We'd be like,
we would be stuffed, like just frozen.
we wouldn't know where we were at the rest of the day.
Like, oh my God, Andrew Lincoln, this is how I die. This is it. Oh my God. All right, guys. So make sure that you tune in. Next week, it's a special night. It's on the 29th.
And it's late.
Which is Monday, and it is going to be late, but please tune in for Kari, as he is deserving 100% for sure. So we will do that. That's Monday night, and
share, so everybody gets out there.
Yes, absolutely. And then we have some more stuff coming down the pipeline, more guests and stuff. So for sure.
And I want to send some prayers out to Dustin's dad. I know he's in the hospital, so we like to think of him and his dad tonight.
Yeah. And I have a special request for a personal friend of the podcast, and just kind of keep them in your thoughts. I'm not going to go into details, but this person needs you desperately in your good thoughts. So we'll just leave it at that. Anyway, we're not going to be, I was supposed to start filming this week on Wednesday for Back from the Dead, but because Alabama has decided that their weather is going to be a little bit nasty, we have postponed filming. So now we will be filming in November and back to our regular scheduled filming program. So anyway, hopefully I will see most of you guys in Florida. That's going to be fun. Dawn and Barb, where are the next places that you guys are going to be, or are you guys done for the year?
Lexington Scarefest.
And Barb, you're going to be there with her, right?
Yep.
All right. You guys watch out and keep Samara safe, because she will be there with you. That's her con. So, and I think that Survive the Night is going to be there as well this year. So you guys will have some family with you for that too. Let's see. Here we go.
Okay, we like to thank our Patreons and financial supporters of our show: Casey and Katrina Florig, Brandon Cade, Ben and Melissa Gilbert, Terry and Kay Collier, Jonathan and Michelle Cooley, Wesley and Sarah Hale, Jasmine Mullins, Vaughn Montalago, Jason and Sabrina Cone, Tracy Killen Stokes, Marianne Craig, Linda Athens, Casey Collins, Crystal Fink, David Tuckerman, Julie Blackwell, Jason Hill, and Kayla Duro, Debbie Juno Jerome, Anissa, Edward and Diana Ponce Krupa. We didn't have very many people in here tonight. I don't know if they're not getting our new time or not.
Yeah.
Kiki, Mark, Pamela, Regina Lawson, Tina Stromberg, Randy Nickel. Prayers out to Randy too. I think Bridget got to come home, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. Samara, Dustin, and Sandy. Sandy was in the house tonight. Janice Griffin. Janice, is it Sherrod?
Yes.
Okay. And Sean and Michelle Collier. I can barely see that. Ellen, is it Gordon?
Yes.
Okay. Vanessa and Rick, Julie Purveyance, Carl and Sarah Wilson. Sorry, I couldn't see that. Angie Stewart Gilmore, and Maria Marsh, Paige Lobby, and the Davidson family, Debbie Sullivan, Elizabeth Hanson Green. A very special thank you to Oscar and Casey.
And then there we go.
Okay. If you'd like to check us out on our Facebook group page where we play games and give away monthly prizes. And then our podcast page, if you haven't liked it, please do, which we're excited. We're up to like 1,200 now.
Yeah.
Instagram, Eliza keeps that hopping and tagging those guests. YouTube, Spotify, Twitter, IMBD. Carol adds our guest. She'll be adding Kari in there pretty soon. Twitter. Did I say that one? Yeah. Merchandise. We got new merchandise through Bonfire. Is that the name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then our Patreon, you could be a $10 Patreon or a $20 Patreon. And we cut the cutoff for the old Patreon shirt. So it's the new Patreon. So if you're a new member, you get the new Patreon shirt. And then if you want to order that, you can order that from Dream It Designs, Crystal Harrison. You can reach out to her.
Yeah.
And
And
Mark,
next week, I think I'm going to post, maybe even tomorrow, I'll post the slides of the submissions for the the t-shirts.
Yeah.
So that everybody can see what was submitted.
okay.
So.
Barb, Echelon Briefing.
Yes, for the Patreons, we do a special chat group called the Echelon Briefings for more games and more prizes. We do fun games throughout the week and fun games on the weekend. Mostly Family Feud, but I'm kind of running out of ideas. Might switch it up to the show From.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I like that.
Try to get Dawn in there to play some games too for us throughout the week when she has time, and then she's getting very challenging with her little scavenger hunt.
Oh, well, but Dawn's coming up on Christmas, so her time is going to be really limited. But I tell you what, the Echelon briefings are well worth it. They're my favorite thing in the whole wide world. I absolutely love watching the Echelon briefings and the comments and stuff. It's hysterical. So anyway.
And those are separate prizes from the everyday games that Dawn and I do on the regular page. So
you have to be a Patreon.
Join us.
And why do people want to be Patreons, Dawn?
Because we give away to the lovely people in the comments.
That's right. We do. All right, guys. Well, we will see you next week, next Monday for Kari, for the smile. And then and we'll go from there. So I hope that you guys have a great weekend. And we love you.
Leave me